Hello YouTube, this is Darkon633. I'm back with another Ben 10 review. This time we're going to take a look at the Ben 10 Reboot 5-inch action figure for XLR8. Now this is actually kind of interesting this time around since Playmates decided to add a little bit more to the overall package than what we've seen with the Bandai America toys. Although it doesn't have the face mask design that we've seen with the Bandai America toy, which was some really cool idea that they introduced into the toyline to replicate his closed faceplate design. But it's nice to see just a few extra goodies this time to go with the figure. Before anything else, we're going to take a look at the box. The box is in the standard 5-inch Reboot figures design. Has a picture of XLR8 along with the name there. Has a buy on the back, and the other aliens in the back and other figures as normal. Now, here's a comparison with the version of XLR8 that was released in the original Ben 10 line. Now, obviously, both of these figures that I reviewed so far, both the Cannonbolt and the XLR8 are not the standard figures since they do have the secondary figures they released. I don't exactly know where my original figures went, but at least we have something to compare with here. As a full-on comparison, this one does have a little bit problem of standing due to its design, but as a full 360 view between the two versions, the versions of the tails are quite different since they decided to put a little bit more stylized design for the tail here, while this one's a little bit just more of a angled design. So overall, XLR8 didn't change a whole lot. He did have some extra spines added to his back, but other than that, and some of the different variation in color, I don't think XLR8 changed a whole lot this time around. So we're going to take a look at XLR8 more closely. He does have this really nice little base that has wheels at the bottom that you can roll across the table. Although, if you want to, you can actually remove the figure from it. So now you just have a standard XLR8 figure. So it's nice that you can actually do that. And he does actually include these cool little cones. And I'm actually kind of surprised to see this kind of accessory with the line. And although this particular gimmick isn't exactly something that could 100% replicate something him specifically, it's still nice to see these kind of little extra bonuses to go alongside the figure. Now we're going to take a look at the figure more closely. Articulation-wise, the head is in a ball joint with a good range of movement all around. You're not going to get any hindrance there, so that's nice. He does have ball joints at the shoulders, swivels at the elbows, but he does actually have wrist swivels, so that's really cool. He doesn't have any real waist articulation at all, but he does have okay joints in the hips. Because of the way that his legs are designed, you're not going to get the standard kind of movement that we see. And his tail actually can swivel, so you can move it quite a bit for what you could do for this particular figure. It does look a little bit squished just by the way his design is, which I don't really like about the figure per se, but it does replicate the design of the character pretty decently otherwise. So that's pretty much the main difference between the Bandai America toy and the Playmates toy, and a look at the Playmates Reboot version of XLR8. I think Playmates has once again did a fantastic job in the overall design and composition for this particular character in their line, and I think these are still, in my opinion, much better than what we've seen with the Bandai America design in terms of scale, design, and complexity, just by the way their articulation is and all that. So I highly recommend picking this up. As of right now, these figures are still Toys R Us exclusive, and your best bet is to probably check online or in store to find these figures. Anyways, please comment and subscribe, and check out Hero Club and Hero Taku. Also check out Twitter, Darkon633, and don't forget to check down the other channels down below. Please check the little bell at the bottom of the screen in order to see my content go up as soon as possible. And back with more Ben 10 reviews, but for now, I'll be seeing you later YouTube. Bye.